Welcome to the Big Boneyard. Enter at your own risk.
Pursue a career in law because it gives me an opportunity to help people. When a client chooses us to represent them, they're entrusting us with a huge responsibility. It's our goal to exceed their expectations with our personalized service and to help them to achieve the best possible recovery to compensate them for their injuries.
That's where we come in. We come in and we solve that problem for them and really set them on the right track in order to try and get back to what their life was like before the accident happened.
And what they doing here again? Didn't we just do this like a little while ago? A few days ago? Something like that. Man, what's up, y'all? Welcome again to the Big Boneyard. And I swear this last week has been a trip. It was kind of busy. We did a lot of stuff, and we've been saying for a little bit, we're going to catch y'all up to speed on all our stuff. But let me begin properly. Welcome to the Big Boneyard. You got myself, Big Bone, and you got the man with the motherfucking plan, Mr. Archbishop, 1%er over here.
Oh, what up, bro? What up, bro?
Right on.
What up,
man? Man, look, hey, that's cool because it's like I'm seeing everybody and their mother is just jumped into the joint. So okay, that's a good way to get started. Mike Ball, what's up, brother? You see Douche Canoe, Mike Ball, Brooklyn, Bolo, bringing Nicole Bell. Okay, all right, gang's all here. Folks is coming through. That's what's up. But yeah, man, this past couple of weeks, and you know, I'm nosy, so I always got to try. Oh wait, actually, you know what? I noticed. What was it, last week or something like that? We was a little slow on our the disclaimer. If you could help us out with it, sir.
Well, our disclaimer is the same thing it's been every week. What we talk about is our opinions alone. It doesn't have anything to do with our prospective clubs, even though we love our clubs to the fullest, but we ain't talking about them. So, like I said, these are our opinions based on fact, years of being out here on this slab, and experience. That's it. That's all.
That part. And yo, you know what's so great about the disclaimer? I'm seeing other channels because believe it or not, y'all, there are other channels out there besides the Big Boneyard, but I'm noticing some other folks are doing the same thing. And I'm like, you know, it just seems for us, obviously, it's a good idea. You know, it addresses just, and we say what we mean in regard to that disclaimer. But I'm surprised that it took, you know, us kind of to get that going for it to catch on. But, you know, it just makes sense. Just like, hey, that's us talking about what we talking about. We ain't speaking for nobody else and all like that. So that's what's up. But aside from that, now I know some of our stuff kind of coincided, but how was the weekend, brother?
Wasn't too bad, man. Had to got stuck having to work longer than I was supposed to. And then today I've been messing around. I went out and bought me a camper. So I've been messing around with that a little bit, trying to get it ready so I can put it on the street.
Sir, man, look, when I grow up, I want to get one. But until then, maybe I could, you know, kind of like help you camp, like as a camping co-assistant situation.
Well, you see, that's what
it's nice.
Just when you get older, so you start wanting to do shit that you would normally do. You know what I mean? So this said, like once you get over that midlife crisis hump, it's like the next thing. You know what I mean? You gotta do your old man. Want to do this? You know what I mean? Like, okay, now it's time for me to cool out and chill out a little bit. So, you know what I mean? So I'm gonna do this and that, and chill out a little bit, play golf, go camping, you know what I mean?
It's like
Oh,
when
shit.
you get the Harley and the Corvette out of your system. Now it's time to get comfortable.
Mhm.
That's what's up. But yeah, hey, for those of y'all that hadn't seen it, it's nice. Let me do my Bernie Mac. Oh, it's nice. It's real nice. It is, brother. That was a come up, and I was surprised because I didn't know you was even thinking about it or in the market for it. But goddamn, it's like that thing hits harder because with all the stuff that like the way we get down, like Sturgis is coming up next year. We was talking about that a little earlier, dude, and they knocking folks in the head for Sturgis. I mean, because there's people who was booking for Sturgis when they left Sturgis a few months ago. They're making their arrangements and making the plans and all like that right now. So if you're trying to stay in a hotel in Sturgis, you got to dig deep, unless of course you got a camper. That's
Mhm.
what they refer to. The technical term for it is a game changer. That's what that is.
Right.
Oh, hey, Bolo said you got a toy hauler. That's what's up. That's what's up. But yeah, man. So my thing was, had just seemed like this was that week where all of the miscellaneous, both administrative and then like some, like biker type shit, all of that was going on. And then even had to deal with the VA on some governmental shit, but everything in the world wanted to happen this week. But we did get got the state COC meeting done, and that was a very cool thing. Everybody and their mother. For those of y'all that's not in Florida, so we have a few. Florida's a big state, so we have 3 main COCs for the state, and then we have these smaller councils and coalitions, and everybody came together. We met in the middle of the state, got together, covered all kinds of stuff. A bunch of which we're not going to talk about, but we talked about folks getting involved with ABATE and the Motorcycle Rights Foundation, and definitely doing the motorcycle profiling survey. If you haven't done that, you can Google it, find that, get that thing done. But just a lot of really cool shit, and catching up with folks that you hadn't seen in a long time, and then meeting folks that you never knew before. A lot of folks asked about you, brother, and because now folks watch the show, so they're expecting if they get one of us, they want to get at the other, because everybody's got a question for you, and they want, hey, I need to ask AB about this. Especially they start talking Ohio and stuff. I'm like, that's when I just glaze over, because I'm like, I don't know how to answer that. That's AB all day. But no, it was good though. Put a lot of miles on the bike, and somebody said to me recently, "Oh, don't you worry about devaluing the bike? Putting so many miles on it." I was confused. I'm like, I thought that's what it was for, wasn't it? I thought, I don't know.
Right.
Call me crazy, but yeah. So tonight, though, by the way, if y'all got one of those, matter of fact, yeah, I'll read the description. So here's what it is. It says, "Get your motor running, head out on the highway, looking for adventure or whatever comes your way." All right, that's from a song, Born to Be Wild. But anyway, we said we're getting ready to start the show in just a few. Grab your cell phone, your house phone, your rotary phone, do some Morse code or send some smoke signals, because we definitely want to hear from you tonight. It's going to be a fun show. You don't want to miss it. And basically what we're doing tonight is we're going to recap, just share a couple of things that's been going on. Sometimes we get out there and we're hitting these different bike events, or hanging out with different folks, or talking to different folks. So we structured it a little bit better, in the sense that we got a few pictures, a few videos, some interviews and stuff like that. So we're going to share some of that stuff with the boneheads out there and see what y'all think. And of course, as always, y'all can give us a call, and we're going to have the phone number up there for you in just a second, so you can get at us. And wait, there we go. So it's 310-870-8994 for questions, comments, concerns, or to complain about your taxes or your baby mama, or whatever it is. Just let us know about it. Let us know about it. We're gonna chop it up.
That's an everyday complaint right there.
I'm trying to tell you, man. And the thing about my baby's mama, which, my daughters are grown and whatnot. But the thing about that I don't understand, because we were looking the other day at some demographics, there are between trucks, taxi cabs, Ubers, and actual city buses in the Tampa Bay area. There's a couple of thousands of those things in the Tampa Bay area right now. And for some reason, not one of them has run into my baby mama. And I don't understand why that is. It's like they can see her, she's kind of a big girl. Seems to me like one of these motherfuckers would have pity on me and just, but for some reason they ain't trying to do it like that. I don't understand. Where's the compassion? Where's the compassion? They don't have it. But anyway, we could get to some of this stuff that we had going on tonight. So over the past couple of weeks has been, of course, there was Halloween events, Panama City Beach, which y'all heard me babbling about last week. But if y'all got a second, we'll take a look at a couple little pieces of video and see what time it is and see what you think about it. Let's take a look, see right quick. Let's take a look at this one. Oh, hey. Boneheads, what's up? This is Big Bone Wellness Center, and we're in Panama City Beach. So what's going on, there's a thing called Thunder Beach. Thunder Beach is where a whole bunch of motorcycles, clubs, independents, friggin' those funny three-wheel looking things. Everybody's coming to Thunder Beach right now where we're going to have a good time. They're forcing me to have a good time. I don't want to drink the alcohol, but I think they're making me do it. I think that's a bunch of bullshit, but what are you going to do? In the meantime, so thank you all for joining us again at the Big Boneyard. Thank everybody who's riding with the Big Boneyard. We appreciate it. But in the meantime, I'm going to get back to doing absolutely nothing for a minute, because tonight is going to be a fucking blast, which you're going to hear all about that here in a little bit. There'll be some pictures and some videos and all like that. But anyway, peace out. Love y'all. But the thing I was going to mention though is that with Thunder Beach this year, I swear it seemed like at one point there was just as many cars as it was bikes, and you can kind of see that in the video. And don't get me wrong, it was a lot of bikes. It was definitely a lot of bikes, but that was the first year that I went up there anyway, where it was so many cars. Because once upon a time, if you was in a car, man, you was just screwed. It was like forget about it. You was just gonna be sitting there forever, because the bikes, they can go around you and everything else. But they did have, like at a lot of the hotels and so forth, they had specific like motorcycle only parking, which was the majority of the stuff. And if you was in a cage, you was gonna be walking somewhere. But like in the main drag and stuff like that, seemed like just as many cages as it was bikes. But
when we was over at Biketoberfest, they now I had a room at the hotel, right? Now they have like the parking for the cars, but then the hotels have parking for the bikes.
Yeah.
Now, even though we had a room at the hotel, they were still charging $70 to park your bike in the parking area.
What?
Yes, they were still charging $70 to park.
Oh, they was crucifying. Oh, they was punishing you. I'll tell you now. This fool right here. Now this is this one fool. Don't get me wrong. It was sport bikes up there. It was what do you call those things? The slingshots. Even saw some dirt bikes, and I saw a few quads and all like that. So it was some everything. But I saw more sport bikes this year than I think I've ever before. And of course, with sport bikes, we get this foolishness. Let me share this with you. No, wait, not that one. No, wait, my bad. That's some of those crazy buildings they got. That's like the upside down building and stuff like that. Let me see if we can find this fool. Yeah. So that fool, and he did that right in front of us. So, Miami was there, and she's all like with the I don't want to see it, but I gotta see it. I don't want to see it, but I gotta see it. So of course, that fool that took him all of 3 seconds to just tear his ass out the frame messed up traffic for the next 3.5 hours. Just because he busted that ass. Let's take a look at that one more again. Let's do go. Let's watch him one more time. No reason whatsoever. And after that, that fool took him about 4 steps and then just passed the hell out. And I was like, because he was like doing like, I'm good. 1, 2, 3, bam, right back down. I'm like, this fool.
And his bike hit another bike though, didn't it?
Yeah. I believe so, because
and hit another bike, right?
it looked like, let's take it. It looked like it was back inside. Yep. It hit that guy right there. It looked like it clipped the first one, but it definitely hit that. Here you go. Okay, like right here. Hit that guy, and then smacked this guy's bike right there. But I'm telling you, it's like, and the funny thing is on the way up there, no drama, no nothing. While we're there, these sport bike dudes are just tearing their ass up, because for some reason they wait till they get on Main Street or like some major street. There's nowhere, and I get it. He thought he had a bit of a straightaway or whatever like that, but that's the wrong place to play kid from Biker Boys. You know what I mean? That ain't the place.
Obviously, he didn't know his bike.
Yeah, clearly.
As well as he thought he did.
Yeah, man, and that's what. Matter of fact, Mike Ball was saying, yeah, he did nail the other bike for sure, and it went straight into that dude's fairing. That's what it was, because a lot of folks was wondering, because he was on a sport bike, but we were seeing pieces to a Harley on the ground as we were walking by. And I'm like, well, where the hell did that come from? And because you got the guys out there like picking up people and the EMTs and all this kind of jazz. And I'm like, well, where the hell did that come from? And it's funny looking back. Okay, that's what it was. That dude right there. But then let me see what else was going on down here. Take a look at this. Now we won't do that one just yet. That was some cool shit from that's a whole other video. Well, let's come back to this other joint.
The cat outfit.
Oh yeah. Oh, we gonna come to that one in just a second. But here we go. This is a little more Panama City Beach. Let's see here. Wait a minute. We saw that one. Let's look at this. What's this one? This is where some of these crazy ass buildings they got down there. That's the upside down building, and then they got like a whole other. Oh yeah, and the hotels was lit up like Christmas trees. I mean, like everywhere you go. So forgive all that wind, but you see all the cars and the trucks. So a lot of people there. I saw a lot of pickup trucks. So I know a lot of people was trailering them bike.
A lot of trailers.
Oh yeah, a lot of trailers. It's like you couldn't go nowhere without seeing. But I'll tell you what, we stayed at this place that was, the hotel was a 60-year-old hotel, but man, it was nice as hell. I mean, really cool, and it was pretty cheap. It was like wasn't even $100.
Yeah! Look it up, motherfucker!
You can see the police lights and everything. Cops stayed busy. Cops definitely stayed busy. The thing about
I remember that. Yeah, I remember that. Believe it or not, spot.
Man, they got some crazy buildings up there. But Panama City Beach is actually a pretty cool place. So I get the idea as to why Thunder Beach started to happen there, right? But I think Panama City Beach is a better spot outside of Thunder Beach. Because what's that show? They had a show called Floribama Shore. Basically, it was like the thing with Snooki and them, like Jersey Shore. It was like Jersey Shore, except for Florida style of Jersey Shore, and they called it Floribama Shore, with a bunch of rednecks, and they always got the quintessential black dude who says, "Oh, that's whack." He's got like that little tagline that he's always saying, and the black dude is always like the little nerdy motherfucker on that shit. But
You know that one spot they have over there. It's been a couple years since I've been there, but it was like a ball. They lowered the ball where they had the cords hooked to it that shot you up in the air.
oh yeah. They still got that.
Man, I remember one. It's about probably about 4 or 5 years ago. I was up there with some friends of mine, and we put these two girls on there, and they were about half drunk. We dared them to get on it, so they got on. Shot them, man. They shot them up. You heard them screaming all the way up, heard them screaming all the way down, and they got off. So they got off the ride, and they walked over to us. And we sitting there, and we was like, "What the hell is that?" And we kept looking around trying to figure out what the hell it was.
Oh shit!
One of them is shit to sit on that ride.
Oh no! She didn't do the boo boo. She did the boo boo.
And boo booed all on herself.
Man, I hate to say it. See, I would like to be the adult in the room, but I don't care. That shit is funny. Oh man, come on.
When I seen that picture of that ship, that Believe It or Not ship, the little cross,
yeah.
it reminded me of it because that place is right down the road from me. And
Yo, I'll tell you what. It was all kinds of crazy shit going on up there. But there's this one hotel called, oh damn it. Matter of fact, the one we stayed in, I'm trying to remember the name of it. It'll come to me. But we stayed at this hotel. Like I said, it was 60 years old, but it was all right. And I was, like Miami's looking at the reviews, she reads reviews and Yelp and all that shit. I'm like, fuck it, this hotel. They said they open, let's go. But the whatchamacallit, the damn the reviews have you thinking that you was going to the, you're going to, oh, let me turn this down. Somebody said I'm too loud. Let me make an adjustment or something. But I think that might be a little better. I might be too loud. But anyway, the way that the hotel was set up, man, it was nice as hell. I mean, heated pool, jacuzzi. They had a what do you call it? Like a tiki bar kind of a situation outside. It was nice as hell. I'm like, and it was cheap. I'm like, I could get down with Panama City Beach, man. I'm gonna make an excuse to go there again. And you're gonna love this, dude. The hotel sent a thing that if you are an influencer or a podcaster or in the media at all, they're giving you a week free. They'll give you a week free to come there. They pay for, like you don't pay for it. You come there, week free, just so you can have a really good time and then do some sort of a review or something like that of the property. So I'm going to shoot that info to you, man, because like I said, it was a really nice place. I was surprised that they would even need that or want that, but apparently that's the thing. I'm going to think of the name of it. It was fuck. All right. Before the show's over, I'm going to figure out the name of that place. I'm going to make sure you get that because yeah. I'm just saying we need to go back. Douche Canoe said, did Big Bone pass the Capitol penis on his way to Panama City Beach? Florida's Capitol building is a giant shaft with two small dome buildings on the side. Not on this trip, but I've spent a lot of time the earlier part of the year in the Capitol, so I saw that building. I just didn't know that's what they called it. But that's good to know. What's that thing you used to say on Schoolhouse Rock? The more you know, or something like that.
Right.
But yo, so along with that, some of the other stuff from a couple of weeks ago during Halloween time, of course, all the places was doing Halloween parties and all this kind of stuff. So one of the places that we frequent is OCC, which is Orange County Choppers uh, restaurant and museum. So if y'all ever watched American Chopper on the Discovery Channel, you had Paul Tuttle and his son. Paul Jr. or whatever his name was, and then the other son, Mikey, and they were always fighting, but they were building all these bikes. Well, Paul Sr. lives here, and he has a really nice restaurant and with stages, and him and Fran Hash and Bert from Bert's Barracuda uh, have this partnership deal, and the place is great. So we go there. Of course, they do the best bike nights there and all that kind of stuff. But so we went there. Let me see if I can find the damn video. Wait a second. Nope, that's not it. It's here somewhere. Wait, maybe this is it. All right, let's see. All right, so this might be what we're looking for. Let's take a look, see. Let's work on Yeah, it was a good night. That last part was toward the end of the night, but the place was jam packed. I mean, it was to the point to where you could barely get a bike in there, let alone a car or anything like that. It was just jam packed, and I was busy having a good time, so I didn't get as much video and stuff like. I got a ton of pictures and all like that. But oh, speaking of which, let me see if I can. We might can get we did some interviews. The interviews was really good from a few different folks. There was like Buffalo Soldiers were out there, um, a dude from Iron Vikings, and a few other folks. Let me see if I can find some of that for us. But OCC, I mean, it's a pretty cool spot because they have that museum that's there. So a lot of those the bikes that, if you ever watch the show, those bikes that they would build, that they fight about for 2 weeks or a month or however long it took them to build a bike, they have I won't say most of them, but they have a bunch of them in the museum part of the place. So one side is the restaurant, the other side is like the store, and the bikes and all of this stuff is like y'all saw some of the pictures of that. They've got stuff from 9/11. They built a bike made of parts of the rubble from, like the metal and stuff from the Twin Towers. So they that, and then there's the space shuttle bike and the Superman bike and the Batman bike and all. I mean, just some real cool shit. But let me see if I can find this one. One of the first videos I think that we did that night was with a dude by the name of something. Well, he's gonna say his name. This is one of the videos, and I know me and Bishop were talking about it, just kind of chopping up about some of the stuff that they said. But here's one of them. Let's see what this dude's talking about. Everybody, this is Poseidon from the Iron Vikings. What chapter are you with?
Berserker.
Berserker. Okay, is that in Florida?
It is.
Berserker. Okay, St. Pete. Okay, so Iron Vikings. This is Poseidon. Poseidon. We're at Birch Barracuda, Harley Davidson here on 49th Street. And hey, I'm glad you came out. We just wanted to ask you a couple of things, man. So first of all, so you're obviously in a motorcycle club. What made you decide you wanted to be in a motorcycle club?
That's the short of the story. That's a complicated answer, but the short of it is the brotherhood. Obviously, you know, I love riding, but the brotherhood. I never had that growing up. Absent father. So the brotherhood of it really allured me to it. Like,
what's the hardest thing about being in a motorcycle club nowadays?
Honestly, maybe just dealing with the different personalities. Other than other than just the other things involved in the MC, just dealing with the different personalities.
Right on.
Trying to manage all that.
Right on. Okay, last question. Might have to yell a little bit because it's getting loud. But last question: if you could fix one thing about the motorcycle community, the MC, the motorcycle club community, what would you want to fix?
Absolutely nothing. It's been here way longer than me.
Right on.
Yeah.
Best fucking answer all day. Hey, Poseidon, thank you very much, man. Hey, have a great night tonight.
Thank you very much.
So now on the sidebar, so this dude, he was all right. He was there. He had a probie with him and his old lady with him and stuff like that. So, at the time, of course, I'm there as from the Big Boneyard, but I had a lot more questions, but the environment wasn't correct because the truth is I'd never seen or heard of these cats before. So we had a little conversation off camera, but which leads me to, what do you think, first of all? Had you seen them cats before?
No, I ain't never heard of them.
Yeah, me neither. I had never even heard of him before. And I'm like, there he is with rags and the whole thing. And, so I'm going to, if anybody knows how to talk to Poseidon, tell Poseidon, give me a call. I gave him my phone number so we can chop it up about a couple other things. But he told me some interesting things about there's a whole entire other club, completely other club, which I met them this weekend in Orlando for the state COC. But there's another club called Iron Vikings who's been around for many years apparently. Never even heard of them cats either, but different patch in the whole thing. But the dude Poseidon I was talking to, he says they are a what do you call it? Like a Nordic based club. And they spend a lot of time with like Iron Order and Iron Legacy. And I'm like, so are you guys cops? And he says, no, we're not cops, but that's who they're hanging out with. So I just have so many questions. So should anybody know how to get a hold of this cat, it would be great. Tell him to just give me a call. I'd love to talk to him a little bit. But there's that whole thing. But what'd you think about what he said though? As far as what'd you think about as far as him saying his reasoning behind joining his first club? He mentioned about the brotherhood of it, and he also said absent father, like that. So what if anything you take from what he was saying?
I mean, there is certain things like that kind of draws you into clubs. You know what I mean? If you was missing your father, stuff like that. I mean, different stuff that go on in your life that kind of draws you over this way, because it's kind of a family that you didn't have. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like some people grew up like in bad situations. You know what I mean? Some people grew up where they didn't have that that camaraderie or that overall love for each other. You know what I mean? And they had to
Right.
go up the hard way. You know what I mean?
Right.
So when you get into clubs like this, then you looking for what you were missing. You know what I mean?
Right.
That extra piece.
Yeah.
You know,
Like you can add it. Like
right.
Sometimes you got to wait till you get grown to do it, but you know.
Exactly. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And like I said, like, you know, I think starting out, I think everybody comes in to the club with that same admiration. You know what I mean? I wanna join this club. I mean, I'm here for the brotherhood and what it stands for and the loyalty and
Yeah.
and the strength behind it and be able to meet like-minded brothers to be, you know what I mean, to be able to ride and where I feel like I'm not out here by myself.
Yeah. Yeah.
So and that's what everybody joins for, you know,
Yeah.
because that's what you think about. I mean, people get like I know I hate riding by my damn self. You know what I mean? I like riding with a group of people, you know what I mean? And we just ride.
Nothing like it. Nothing like it.
You know, and I think that's what a lot of people join for, you know, the most part. You know, now mind you, it's everybody has their own degree of bullshit that they bring into it that kind of hinders that a little bit. But, you know, I think the overall thing with what he was saying, it made a lot of sense.
Yeah. Now I know he also mentioned dealing with the different personalities and all like that. And I know that even though he said it and I understood what he meant, I think it's important for folks to understand you could be in the Boy Scouts and have different personalities that you got to deal with now, you know, that's just sort of like how they call it, par for the course, you know, that's just going to be a thing. So we had some other interviews. These dudes from, let's see if we can find it. These dudes from from Buffalo Soldiers, a couple of curly hair and Double D and curly hair. Let's hear from them cats right quick. So we're here still at Burt's Barracuda, Harley Davidson, doing the bike night. And we got a couple of, we're blessed right now because we have a couple of very distinguished gentlemen from the Buffalo Soldiers, which I'm going to tell y'all more about the history of Buffalo Soldiers a little bit later on. But gentlemen, if y'all could introduce yourself, sir. What's your name?
Double D.
Double D and?
Curly hair.
Curly hair. Double D and curly hair.
Double D. Not double.
Double D.
Double D.
All right, look, we gonna get it right. We gonna get it right. But hey, fellas, thank y'all for joining us here on the Big Boneyard for a minute. And look, y'all got that gray hair like me, so chances are y'all might know a little something about a little something. So I just want to ask you, man. So right now, y'all been on the set for a while. I remember you from a while back, Double D. And so my first question is, what, if anything, do you think is going on the set that needs to be upgraded, fixed, changed? Because shit's changed. What's going on now? Well, I'll ask you first.
Well, you know, from just me, I haven't been around as long as Curly has. But I would like to see actually more of the black motorcycle clubs come together.
Yeah.
I just don't think we have the cohesiveness that we need to have the type of organizational structure that we could collectively. And that's what I think needs to be done. Is a lot of clubs. I myself, I'm not familiar with a lot of the clubs, and I know in talking, you know, and I'm gonna try not to monopolize the time, but when I first came on board, one of the things that I did is I talked to one of our founders, and the thing that he told me that interests me the most is he said he set out a 500-mile radius, and his objective was to know every motorcycle club in that radius. Right. And if we could get together like that and get rid of all these isms and schisms, we could do a lot more.
Right on, right on. What do you think as far as the motorcycle club community now? What makes somebody want to join a club nowadays? And then also, what made you want to become a Buffalo Soldier in the first place?
Oh boy, I want his question. I was going to get
Can he have your question? Okay, well, let's do that one first then. Because look, this is y'all's show, so whatever you say, let's answer that question.
Okay, what do we need to do as a community? I think instead of trying to reinvent the wheel, we need to do what we used to do. We used to converge on different high schools on Friday nights. Go buy a high school football ticket. Go support a track meet. We do a pretty good job of supporting different events locally, but our community is begging for us. The churches, our civic leaders. Meanwhile, we're doing our individual things at the parks or the clubhouses or wherever we go, which is fine.
Yeah.
But if we're gonna do something as a group, let's pick a sporting event. Whether it's Hillsborough, whether it's Chamberlain, whether it's Jefferson, whether it's whomever. Let's get our communities on Friday nights, problem solved. With
Right
them
on.
young guys, them young girls, we get a whole lot of people interested in some professional black men and women that have done a few things.
Right on.
I think that's what we need to do.
Okay, so
Wheels
you're
already
saying
invented. Let's just follow the pattern that's been out there. I'm saying
so don't reinvent the wheel, just ride that motherfucker.
there you go.
All right.
Just spin it. Spin it right over to the game of the week. And let's go there.
Okay. Well, fellas, I tell y'all what, I can't even tell y'all how much I appreciate this. And hopefully, if we stay plugged in, this is something we can do this again and again and again. So y'all check out the Big Boneyard. We're gonna do that. We can get together, do some riding. We can talk about some COC stuff, some A-bait stuff. But it's a lot of stuff going on out there. And I agree with both of y'all 100%. Is we need to get some cohesiveness. And I guess if we can figure out how to get that right. And then remember, we say, and amongst my group, we say, take care of the community will take care of you. We might can do that. But fellas,
Friday night,
yeah,
football game, track meet, band competition, basketball game, whatever.
Okay.
Let's pick a school, a community, a zip code, an area code, and let's go there.
okay,
And it's $5.
yeah. We spend more on that on a beer.
Exactly.
All right, well, fellas, I appreciate it greatly. And look, Buffalo Soldiers, y'all always good with me. I don't care what that woman over there said. I'm just playing. All right, fellas, thank you. Yeah, I'll tell you, them guys was all right, man. And the thing was, the only thing that was making me crazy is I kept telling them to, like, when we was trying to set it up, I wanted them to stand closer so I could get both of them in the shot at the same time. And they kept drifting apart like that, which is why it was going back and forth like that. But yeah, that was all right. That was Double D and Curly Hair. But what do you think about what they said, man? Pick a school and just show the hell up.
Yeah, you could. I think that's a good idea. I mean, I think if we're gonna what he said was true. Yes, they should actually start playing a bigger role out in the community and stuff like that. But it's more stuff that we need to do besides games. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Think about it. Like last year, for instance. Like me and you moved around and did a lot of stuff, especially during this time. Like during the holiday seasons, we ran around and did a lot of stuff, and it was just me and you.
Yep.
So there's a lot of stuff that could be done. You have other than going to a football game. I mean, especially here in Florida, especially in Tampa itself, you got a big homeless problem in Tampa.
Yeah.
Yeah. These biggest in Tampa, Orlando, Miami, big homeless problems. A lot of those homeless people, believe it or not, are veterans.
Yeah. Yep.
If we're going to start doing some stuff, then maybe that should be the first thing that we start doing.
Yeah, that's a strong one too, for sure.
Yeah, I think that's the first thing that we should start. Trying to, pass a good word or being that strong body towards the kids and stuff like that. Absolutely, I have no issue with that whatsoever. But we also have to stop turning a blind eye to the stuff that's actually going on out here that you drive by every day and see, or you see these people when you at the stoplight and everything else, and you act like that you don't see them, not knowing that person there, was one of these people who served your country proudly, who came back with a handicap, may have got hurt, or may have got wounded, or may have had a mental relapse, or whatever that happened. That put them out there in them streets that you walk by and act like that they're not there. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So these are the people. I mean, if we're going to group together and actually do something, then we need to unite to help the people that needs it. Like start there first, and
yeah.
then move around after them. But help the ones that we know automatically that needs these help.
Now, I'm with you, man, because I'm a strong believer that really there should be no such thing as a homeless veteran. You know, if you, because you think what you did, what I did, we basically gave a blank check to the United States of America and say, cash that motherfucker in when you need it. You know, we literally put our asses on the line. And every veteran, no matter what his job was, to some degree, he did that same exact thing. He went into it knowing that he is voluntarily putting himself in harm's way in case he's needed. And what's that thing they say? Uh, uh, all gave some, but some gave all. That's the
Mhm.
thing. So based on that, there should not be a homeless veteran in this country. Um, T-Man from the Tampa THO, the Tampa Homeless Outreach Project. We went to this gala that he had a month and a half ago, and I was so pleased. Bert from Bert's Barracuda kicked out thousands of dollars. He donated all this money, and so did Fran and all these other business leaders from the community. And as much money as they raised, literally a couple of 3 days later, T-Man was back out there. Him, this lady named Connie, they had his dog with him, and they're searching through the woods all over the Tampa Bay area. And every time they go searching, they don't got to work that hard. They're going to find some homeless people. A lot of times it's homeless veterans living out in the woods, living off the land. And you live in Florida? Why are you living? You don't have to live off the land. But folks, the system has failed them. We failed them. The communities have failed these people. So I feel I'm in 100% agreement with you. So, a matter of fact, if y'all are watching right now, take a second, definitely hit the like button. But if you believe there should be no such thing as a homeless veteran, just type in the comments, say hell yeah. Just give us a hell yeah. You know, we just want to know that somebody other than me and Archbishop give a damn, about our
That
homeless
should be
veterans.
that should be an automatic thing. If you served your country and whether you did, I don't care if you did one deployment, 10 deployments, or none at all. If you
Yeah,
serve your country, you
yeah,
know what I mean, there is certain things that you should be automatically entitled to when you came home. You know what I
yeah,
mean? A job, a place to live. You know what I mean? You should be taken care of. I mean, because think about it. You know, you got you have thousands and thousands and thousands of veterans. We're part
yeah,
of them. You know what I mean? We're part
yeah.
of them. But think about it. We also know a lot of them who never came home. I have a
Facts.
lot of personal friends of mine that, committed suicide after they came home
Yeah,
because they didn't adapt to the difference. You know what I mean? Because they went through the trauma being out there and then coming here and then trying to battle those demons that stay in your head all the time. You know
yeah.
what I
Some
mean?
of
And
those wounds are on the inside. You can't see them.
right, right.
You
And
know.
then, like, people tell you that you got to control your demon. You know what I mean? But sometimes you
Mhm.
got to realize that the demon was there when you weren't. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
That's what you had to. That's that little man that was in your ear. That's who you listen to because you had nobody else. You know what I mean?
yeah,
When you was in a situation that it was life or death, and you listening to that little man in your head. That's what brought you out of a lot of stuff. You know what I mean? Now
yeah.
he may not have been the right voice to listen to. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
Because
Because
the thing that'll get you through combat, or a lot of the situations, not even just combat, but the things that'll get you through mentally through life in the military, don't always transition so well to life as a civilian. And that's where that struggle comes in. So mental health is a thing that a lot of veterans struggle with. Sometimes it's just I can't get a job, or things didn't go right, or I didn't have the upline support that I needed, that in fact they deserve. to be able to just live a normal life. And what is normal, but at the very basics is a roof over my head and something to eat. That would be good. That would be a hell of a good start. So guys like T-Man, he's out there doing this thing, and he's so appreciated by not just the veteran community, but the whole community, because he's not turning his back on folks because they weren't a veteran if they need something to eat or something like that. Hey, Phoenix, we see Phoenix here, but so let's be there for them the same way they was for us. It's some good folks. So like I said, if you agree that there should be no such thing as a homeless veteran, hit the like button and hit us in the comments and just hit us with a hell yeah, because I know y'all care, so let the folks out there watching, we want to let them know too. Now, speaking of these interviews though, that was a horrible segue, but yeah, we talked to some other cats too. And I think we saw like a general theme that came up. I was asking similar questions, but the answers were kind of similar. But let's take a look and see if we can find another one of those interviews from OCC that night. And let's see if we can find one of them. Here's one with Diablo. Let's see what he's talking about. Video, we're still here at Burt's Barracuda, Harley Davidson. I'm here with this man, the man with the plan, motherfucker. Oh, excuse me. My niece. Start that. This is a very important video. We're still here at Burt's Barracuda, Harley Davidson. I'm here with this man, the man with the plan, motherfucker. Oh, excuse me. My niece is holding the camera, so she ain't supposed to hear all this cussing. So pretend like I didn't cuss. Anyway, the man with the blankety blank plan. Diablo, Boneheads, Diablo. Little introduction. But so here we go. This is my pretend microphone. But for real though, I talk about all this stuff. But here in real life, Diablo has been on the set for a long time and a well-respected individual in the motorcycle community throughout the Tampa Bay area. He's got years under his belt. So I just wanted to ask you a couple of 3 different things. And I know you got history with club and history with other clubs throughout the area. So yeah, you're retired now, but that don't mean that you just forgot everything. So I guess my biggest question is, what do you think, what's one of the biggest concerns going on the set today that you think something that could be improved? Like what could we do better in the motorcycle community?
I think number one, it's gotta be, we need to pull together some more. Yeah. We need to, we need to come together more, man. I think a lot of the violence is senseless. A lot of the stuff is just, which is, one of the reasons I feel good where I'm at right now. I miss, but it is what it is, man. We need to come together a little bit more. A little more peace.
What would be the first step in making something like that happen?
Man, that's the thing, man.
That's the hard one.
You need people to do it, man. You need leaders, real leaders. To make it takes a strong mind to do that. It takes a strong mind to be like, I'm gonna go against the grain. I'm gonna go over there and shake a hand. I'm gonna go over there, they're looking at us a little funny or whatever. Yeah. I'm gonna go over there and break the ice. And, I think I've been pretty good at that.
Yeah, I think so. Well, here's the thing. For those of y'all watching that don't know this already, so Diablo is about 1,874 years old. So you can tell by the gray hair. So considering he's been around for a minute, I guess my next question is, way back when the dinosaurs was roaming the earth, what made you decide to get involved in the motorcycle community? What made you want to join that first club?
Well, my first club, the only club. Honestly, man, I didn't want to join nothing. I just saw it, it happened. I was independent, of course, before like everybody else, and I saw it. And it just drew me in. It was just something that I loved, something that I seen that I always said I wouldn't do it.
Yeah, I remember that.
I said I'll never join the club.
I remember. I was trying to get him to join my original club back in 05. And you're like, no, I'm just gonna ride. I remember.
Then it just kind of fit, like this little puzzle. And
just fit. I got you.
And it was great. It was a great experience. I don't regret it. Those are my brothers.
Right on. That's what's up. So I guess the only other question I got, your daughter was explaining a little earlier. By the way, she's an excellent cameraman. But we were trying to wonder, why do you beat your daughter so often? All right. We got to cut that part out. All right. I might have made that part up. But anyway, in the meantime, Boneheads. Once again, this is Diablo, man with the plan. By the way, you do know now he's funny about tattoos. He don't like them, but for some reason he's real talented No, but hey, tell us about your tattoo shop.
Ink Mob Tattoos on Armenia in Hillsborough. Private tattoo studio. And check out Manpower Podcast.
Right on.
And of course,
yeah,
Boneyard.
Big Boneyard. But look, check it out. So this man, you know, I'm real funny when it comes to family, but the work you did for, so Diablo tatted my cousin Nikki. They call her Tsunami. She came down from Virginia with the intention of getting tatted while she was in Florida because she heard good things. So she comes to me, her big cuz, I got to do it right. There was only one answer for that, and that was Diablo, Ink Mob Tattoos. So if you need some ink and you're in the Tampa Bay area, come fuck with him. I'm telling you, this is, you're gonna appreciate it. You can thank me later. I take cash donations. I'm just saying, you're gonna like it. Anyway, hey, thanks, man. Thank you.
Thank you, brother. Good to see you.
Good to see you, brother. Always good to see you. Love you, brother.
Love you too, man.
All right. Yeah, so yeah, Diablo, yeah, he's been on the set a long time, and he's always singing the same song, in that he's always peace, love, all the above. When and like back in the day when it was like set it off in this place, you know, Florida was, you know, Florida is cyclical in Florida. We have those moments of, you know, where everything is cool, copacetic and all like that, but a lot of times it's not. But this dude never switched up. He's always the same dude, and he's always advocated for peace and understanding and folks getting together and all that kind of stuff. He's always the same dude. Talented as all hell when it comes to the ink, though, man. That guy he's just sick. I was nervous though because him and my cousin was drinking and smoking and all this kind of stuff. I'm like, so y'all are over here partying and whatnot, and you gonna let him go and, you know, like ink you up, man. Dude, it was gorgeous. I mean, he did a whole sleeve on her, and I mean, it's just like nice, like
Yeah,
really.
that's when he in rare form then.
Yeah, it's truly some oddness, truly some oddness. And I'll tell you a little sidebar. While we were there, some folks came through that by default shouldn't exactly had a whole lot of love for me or vice versa, and it was, I mean, it took all of about 3 seconds for this cat to be like, hey, you know, this is like Switzerland. Everything is cool. You know, we don't do that here and da 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 da. And you know, I wouldn't come in with no craziness, nothing like that. But you know, and it was cool. We had a fantastic time around folks that I shouldn't have been able to have a fantastic time around. You know, but he's always been that same dude. But what do you think about what he was saying though?
Well, actually, some of it I could hear, some of it I couldn't.
Mm-hmm.
The bikes and stuff in the back.
Yeah.
But you can tell, like with him, like I know him, so I know he's been around. I know he's been around for a long time, you know, and he's probably one of the more, I can say, the more passionate bikers that I've seen around here. You know what I mean? Just based on what he was doing out there. You know what I mean, and what he stands for as a person. You know.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
And what he did out on the bike scene and what he does as a person are the same. You know what I mean?
Yeah. He don't switch up.
Right, exactly. So ain't no switch up to him. So you gotta respect that.
Oh yeah. I'll tell you, the other thing I respect very much is he brings us liquor on our birthday. So
right.
That don't hurt neither, you know. I kind of appreciate that. Like that dude, it's like I like come birthday time, if we don't get some liquor, you know, I'd be feeling some kind of way. I got to call him on the phone. Well, he hadn't missed none yet, so you know, I can't get mad about that. He's pretty good about that. Jazz was saying, he said, been so long since I found out I'll task you or anyone to research. I know that finding out the projects weren't built for single mothers of color just to break up the Black family. Was this true? I've heard this before. There was so I think he kind of went left on the conversation a little bit, but I think what it was there was the way that the welfare system was set up. Initially, it was to help. The ideology of it was to help folks that were suffering. Black folks weren't actually even the concern initially, but I think that that the system, if you will, discovered the base of power, if you will, or the stability of the black family was having a mother and a father and some kids in the same house and all like that. And nothing's perfect. I mean, people break up and all like that. But at the time in which this became instituted and encouraged in the United States, especially in the northern cities, it was basically sort of like this. Hey, we're going to give you some money, but only if you don't have your husband in the house. So there was times I heard stories when I was a kid how some woman knew that the social worker was going to come by the house, so she had to take all her husband's stuff and put it in the car or give it to her next door neighbor or something, clear it out to make it look like don't no man live here. And in some cases, after a generation or two of this kind of conditioning, women start feeling, hey, I don't need no man. I got my WIC and I got my hood, so or the Section 8 that's paying for my rent, and I got X amount of dollars for my WIC, and I got some food stamps, and what I need a man for. There's that. And so it created destabilization in the black family, which I don't think that was the original thought, but somebody figured out that that's a thing. So I hope that kind of addressed it a little bit for you, Jazz. What do you think, AB?
You pretty dead on there. You you pretty dead on there.
And it's like it's a sad thing because now we see because like you hear about women saying and women, I think they sometimes confuse being independent and being they confuse independence with being dependent or independent. It sounds like all the same word, but what I mean by that is this: is that humans, we're social creatures. There's not one person who can go through their whole life without somebody else. Like men were meant to have a mate, and women were meant to have a man, right? But you get these women who look at guys like they're only, like they're walking, talking ATM machines, and the second that thing says decline, then he's getting the boot. But that destroy. There's no connection there. There's no. So especially like women, y'all have heard me say this before, and every time I say it, somebody gets mad. But women who don't have a father or a father figure as an influence in their sons' lives, because women, God love you, and single mothers, I know that's a thing, right? But at the end of the day, a woman cannot raise a man. In my humble opinion, if you have a boy child, if you're a man, you got to be connected with him, because if not, he's going to grow up with all of that. And God forbid she's one of those, N-words ain't shit and all like that. Right. So he's going to grow up thinking all of the above, and this is a lot of times as some woman listening to a bunch of other single women complain about how messed up men are, and he's getting all of that. So if you tell a kid that it could be the smartest kid in the world, but if you tell that kid every day that they're stupid, eventually they're going to start feeling like and thinking, well, I must be stupid then. So if you got a boy child and all he hears is, well, niggas ain't shit, guess what? Eventually he's going to think he's a nigga, and he's going to think he ain't shit. And then guess what they're doing? They're creating more of the same individual that they're complaining about. They're just making him be a not shit nigga for somebody else. But guess what? That boy's daddy is going to be singing a different tune. So, because like you hear, I was watching this, and it was one of them TV shows, and the girl was like, oh, well, when I was with so-and-so, well, he wasn't shit, and neither was this guy, and this guy, and this guy. And I'm thinking about trying women now because the last 5 or 8 guys I was with, they ain't shit. Have you ever thought, and matter of fact, I think you told me this too. Have you ever thought, yeah, have you ever thought that the common denominator about all these dudes who ain't shit is you?
Right.
That's what you told me that. I think it was like yesterday or something we was talking about that. So maybe it's not them. Maybe it ain't them at all.
Right. It ain't them, it's your ass.
Shaggy says,
but it took you 8 tries to figure that out though.
Yeah, right.
It's like all 8 of them wasn't shit. All 8 of them, for real. All 8 of them wasn't shit, for real. All of them ain't shit. All of them were narcissists.
Oh yeah, that's the thing now. Everybody's a narcissist now,
Yeah,
right?
everybody's a damn narcissist, including the one that's calling me a narcissist. Man, fuck out of here.
Shit. And then, of course, by the time that boy is 12 years old, then they start with this, oh, I can't stand you. You just like your daddy, who he may or may not know because of the fact that she's so busy, keeping him away and all this other kind of stuff because she got 6 more after his daddy. So she got to keep him at bay and, keep him far away because, welfare says she ain't supposed to have no man. That's going to mess up her benefits.
And I love it when mine say that. You act just like your fucking father.
Yo, I tell you what, I love these kids when they get to a certain age, young men who are blessed to be strong of character. So when they hear that, they'll be like, well, thank you. I appreciate that. That's the nicest thing you ever said to me. Damn right. I want to be just like my daddy. Let's see. Jazz said, but I didn't put it out there like that to break up the civil rights agenda. I was just saying that projects were built for veterans, and we've gotten away from doing things for veterans, and that's a fact. That's very true. And then let's see. Shaggy was saying it's a fact in the welfare bill in the 70s. It was designed to keep the black father out of the home. It was designed to destroy the black family. So yeah, I've heard that several times in several different ways, but the end of that, the narrative is always the same. Douche Canoe says to Jazz, I can see that. Remember that World War II saw women go into factories to fill the role for men in war, along with the obvious racial issues and much, much more. Yeah. So all right. So man, we done accidentally fucked around and got some education tonight. I don't know the plan because
I dove into something all the way.
What jazz?
Right. We just jumped into something we wasn't even talking about.
But yo, I'll tell y'all, if y'all enjoyed some of the videos that we shared tonight, if you like them, we'll try to do that much more frequently. The goal was to share a little bit of some of the stuff that we had going on and some of the places that we go and all like that. And we don't got all night to do it, but we figured we'll share a little something. And if with the interviews, in fact, if you have some questions that you would love for us to just talk to some random folks that just happen to be out there, let us know, and we'll make sure about pounding the ground and stuff. We'll ask those questions and see what folks think about, and then we can talk about it here, chop it up a little something. We'd love to hear back from y'all. But, we're gonna keep doing the damn thing, because like I was telling Curly Hair and Double D, this is y'all's show, so y'all let us know what you want, and we're gonna try to make it happen. But other than that, man, I'm tired. It's past my bedtime. All right, I'm lying a little bit, but no, we've been at it for about 1 hour and 8. But what say you, sir? What do you want to tell the folks tonight?
Once again, we appreciate everybody come out. Me listen to us. I know this is a late show tonight, but
yeah,
we got quite a few people on here, and they on here chatting it up, so that's a good thing. Like I said, just keep dropping them questions, hitting us up, so we can y'all giving us more and more content that we sitting here talking about and answering the questions that y'all want to hear. And for everybody else, like I said, we're about to start this other channel up. So if you ain't on there yet, go on there. AB Diamonds with the Z, not the S, with the Z.
That's
go on there, subscribe. It's gonna be a lot of. I've been dropping shorts and shows on there, all different kind of stuff. So when we're actually gonna when the new show starts, then we'll have that stuff on there. We'll have this stuff on there. It's gonna be a variety of different stuff. So right now we're just trying to boost that channel up to get it ready. So so if you're not on there yet, go on AB Diamonds on YouTube, Diamonds with the Z, hit the subscribe button.
I'm trying to type and I'm doing everything all ass backwards. But Phoenix just asked the question, when can I have my shirt? We've got new shirts coming in sometime soon. what size do you wear? Phoenix, since it's your birthday, it's your birthday. It's your birthday. Yeah, I don't know the whole rest of the song, but it's something like that. Happy birthday, Phoenix. That's what we meant to say. Happy birthday to you. But yeah, man, but that's what's up. So AB Diamonds with a Z, because that's the thing that was kicking my ass in the beginning. I'm like, I know I'm not full-blown retarded here. But anyways, AB Diamonds, but with a Z. But yeah, check that out. It's developing, it's coming along nicely. So y'all get plugged in with that. And all right, size large. All right, cool. And what's that? Dirty 151 says, hello, everyone from Silent Brotherhood MC, VP, 151%. And oh, wait a minute. All right, we got to talk to Jazz right quick. Let's see what's up with Jazz. We're going to pretend like we don't know who it is. Hey, hello, and thank you for calling the Big Boneyard. You got Big Bone and Archbishop. Who's on the phone? Oh, wait a minute. Hold on. Oh, what's going on? Hold on. Wait. Stand by. There's something going on. Let me push. I'm going to push buttons until this thing is working. Oh, stand by. What? Hold on. Let's see.
I got a.
Okay, wait. Now we can hear you. I had to push buttons.
Okay.
Hey, so who's calling, please?
Well, don't use the same finger you pick your nose with. It'll get messy.
That's my favorite finger now. Come on now. That's my favorite finger.
Oh, okay. That's your scratching finger.
Right
no,
on.
I put the comment in because I'm looking at probably last week's show.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Gotcha.
I missed. So I'm sitting there looking at it on my phone, and I said, well, let me put it on TV so I can call in.
Oh, right on.
And I put YouTube channel up, and a whole different show is on. So excuse me for that.
Don't feel bad. I've done that
you
sitting right
answer.
here.
You couldn't just laugh at me.
I swear I've done that
so,
sitting right here. With
what's on the table?
Say again?
What's on the table?
Well,
what's on the table? Let me know. Maybe I got something.
Well, I'll tell you what, we're at the end of the show, which I hope you go back and watch it. We watched some videos, Panama City Beach, OCC. We had some interviews with some great folks that we talked to, we talked to Diablo, a guy who's been on the set for many years. Yeah.
Saw Diablo.
Yeah. And also we talked to a couple of brothers from the Buffalo Soldiers and a guy from a club called Iron Vikings, which I guess they're part of someone was telling us they're part of a council that was put together by some cop clubs for paramedics because this guy wasn't a cop, he said. And he says his club is not a cop club, but they hang out with cop clubs. So, and someone advised us here that they're part of that council, which we didn't get all up into that, but it was just because I know I didn't know him, AB didn't know him, and I'll tell you what, not to toot our own horn, but if I don't know him and Archbishop don't know him, come on now. This is gonna
mess you up. This is gonna mess you up then.
So I got to double down on my request. If anybody does know who these guys are, please tell them to give us a call. I'd love to talk to them about miscellaneous stuff. But yeah, so we don't know who they is. But if you get a chance, go back and
I heard a
watch
rumor
from the beginning. Yeah.
Well, I heard a rumor that there are several iron somethings spinning off from the Iron Order, which was the cop club.
Well,
and these clubs started creating because the bad rep the Iron Order was getting in a few different states where they come in and bully civilians, and then when they get their butts handed to them, they call the cops.
Yeah.
You know,
all of those things
that was
are true.
Just kind of what was going on. So there was like these first responders, paramedics, fire, rescue, various levels of first responders stepped up, and my hat's off to them. I'm proud of that.
Yeah.
No, yeah, I own my own stuff. When I realized that I was like a week behind, I was like, all right, let me just own up to this.
No, that's all right. But I'll tell you what you were saying about those iron related clubs. There's a few. There's Iron Order, Iron Legacy, there's Iron Rockets, there's Iron Pigs, no kidding, Iron Pigs, and so there's several of them. And I've heard from these guys who've told me themselves that, hey, we used to be Iron Order, or our club came from them, but we disagreed with them about this thing, that thing, the other thing, and yada yada yada. And a number of them try to incorporate more first responders as opposed to exclusively cops. But if you got cops in your club, you're a cop club, as far as the way I look at it. But that I did understand a little bit.
We have our personal opinion.
Yeah. That's why we do the disclaimer. That's my personal opinion. But like I said, I would love to hear from those guys. So if anybody's out there, speaking of which, if you get a chance, definitely share this show with everybody, because hopefully somebody will share it with those folks and they can see it. But hit the like button, subscribe, share it with everybody, all that kind of good stuff. But other than that, Jazz, you caught us at the end of the show, because we're gonna wrap it up, and we're promising next week we're gonna get all kinds of good stuff. So in fact, I'll give y'all a little hint. Hopefully next week, definitely we want to hear from y'all, but we might be calling y'all next week. We kind of referred to it a little bit in the
I saw that.
Yeah, we're gonna be calling some folks. So we're gonna be asking for some phone numbers so we can sneak up on y'all, kind of like they used to do on that one TV show. What's his name? Nephew Tommy.
Right.
Like the Nephew Tommy
Steve
shit.
Steve Harvey morning show.
Yeah.
Steve Harvey morning show.
Yeah. Oh, that would be too much
It would
fun.
actually pretend to be somebody. It would cause some instigate some attitude.
Yeah, like
get somebody in their feelings.
We'll call a biker and be like, can I talk to Ralph? Yeah, hey Ralph, how you doing? My name is Michael Johnson. I live 2 streets down from you. Are you the guy that had that Harley that got hit a little earlier, about an hour ago? Yeah, it's a black Road Glide. Yeah. License plate number. That's your tag number? Yeah, I'm holding your plate in my hand right now.
You wrong.
Yeah, the woman that was riding it said that you was gonna be upset about it, but she felt like somebody needed to. Hello. Yeah, we got to do some of that Nephew Tommy shit. But yeah, so we're gonna do some. We're gonna be actually reaching out, maybe calling some folks next week or sometime soon. Slow Burn Ritual said, it's not a personal opinion, it's protocol, rules, and tradition. No cop clubs, no cops in clubs, period. See, I'm with you, bro. Slow Burn, I'm with you. But for certain reasons, I gotta say,
they're not part of ourselves.
Right. They do what they do.
Well, I'm going to get back in the comments, brothers. I'm going to get back in the comments.
All right, man. It's always good to
if I
hear
can
from
find
you.
But I sent you a TikTok, just a little message on some ideas. And give me a call when the show's over, guys.
Okay.
Arch, AB.
Yo.
You're looking off to the left like you lost something, or you're watching a roach crawl across the table.
He's reading.
I got 2 monitors going. I'm looking over.
Everybody, old nomenclature. If you want to keep something from a black man, put it in a book. Does not pertain to these 2 men. They will research some shit.
Yes, sir.
All right, guys.
Do it. All right, brother. It's good hearing from you, brother. That's all right. I always love hearing from Jazz, man. But I guess in the meantime, though, we'll say a good night. And I guess according to the new calendar and the daylight savings time situation, according to that, I guess it's going to be about 7 days based on the position of the lunar stars and stuff. So in about 7 days, we're going to do it again. That's cool with you? 7 days? Because I looked on the calendar. That's what it say.
Yeah, 7 days.
Hey, it's been real, boneheads. Thank y'all for joining us and taking this ride with us tonight on the Big Boneyard, and we will see y'all again in 7 days.
Welcome to the Big Boneyard. Enter at your own risk.
decided to pursue a career in law because it gives me an opportunity to help people. When a client chooses us to represent them, they're entrusting us with a huge responsibility. It's our goal to exceed their expectations with our personalized service and to help them to achieve the best possible recovery to compensate them for their injuries.
That's where we come in. We come in and we solve that problem for them and really set them on the right track in order to try and get back to what their life was like before the accident happened.